Islot family, Anthony Bateman here coming to you, excuse me, from Minota Raceway. Just came out from outside. It's nice and cool out there. And it's so cool, the mosquitoes, they're not bothering me now. So I'm just down in my man cave. I just got through picking up. I actually sat down outside, nice and cool, just enjoy the night. I just wish I had some firewood, you know. I like to have a nice fire outside. The neighbors are pretty good with that. We all do it, so don't really have to worry about somebody calling the fire department telling them to put it out. But all my parts are cut out for the bench work. I don't know if we'll see if we can see it. Let's see. Turn it right there. So it's all set. The legs and stuff. I just gotta. Everybody's in bed now. My son goes to work early in the morning. He works at the hospital. He's a phlebotomist. Taking blood. So I don't want to get going with the screw gun and everything. That wouldn't be right. So kind of tired anyways. I just listened to the scanner. It's mostly police calls, you know. So sometimes Saturday nights could be crazy. So far, fire department, I only heard them go out a couple of times, nothing serious, which is good. But the police are always out on fire too, but the police are always dealing with domestic disputes and craziness, drug stuff, you know, just world's going bananas. But anyways, I was just, my ankles are killing me. I have no cartilage. Sometime I'll show you guys my feet. I tell everybody they look like feet from The Hobbit. Because when I got older, they start twisting. There's a thing called charcoal foot. Diabetics get it. Well, when I was born, my foot was deformed. Two of my brothers got casts on their feet when they were, babies. So I was the guinea pig. That's what my other brother says. Because the doctor said it would be all right, and it wasn't all right. So when I had a pool put in for my family, and I was actually separated from my wife, but I had a pool put in for them. I still took care of them like if I lived home. And the darn guy had a Bobcat loader. He tore the yard all up and left it like that. And my ex didn't say nothing to me. Else I would have called them up on it. It was too late, because I was working all these jobs, It made a mess. So my yard is all bumpy and stuff, and my ankles can't articulate, and the pain is excruciating. But I was just sitting here, thinking when I get older, I'm sure I'm not going to be as mobile, and I got all this stuff to play around with, and I was thinking, my friend, he was a good friend. He was a World War II veteran. He was a radio man on the Bennington. It was a ship that was called the Bennington. I don't know if it was an aircraft carrier. I can't remember. But I'll have to look it up. But if you guys could look it up if you want to, the ship was called the Bennington. Anyways, his name was Erwin Courier, and I loved him. I learned a lot of stuff from him. He's also an electrician. He worked for, he's a pole guy for Western Mass Electric. That's what it was called back then. And he got out of it when he got electrocuted so bad because electricity came out of his feet, blew holes in his feet. So then he just did like fire alarm, taking care of the box alarms for the city and the street lights, the lights, traffic lights and like that. And anything electrical for the city. But I learned a lot from him. He was a ham radio operator. I knew two guys that were ham radio operators. And that's something else I want to get into. I was just thinking, I'll be hunkered down. Hopefully I'll get to be old. when the world's going bullshit, you know, and I can listen to what's going on all over the world, you know. Kind of crazy, but it's just what I think's going to happen. So, but I'm happy I got that extension built now. So that's going to give me an extra 2 feet. So I'll have my track will be 22 feet by 8 feet. So, and then the other parts I'll cut out tomorrow. I'm in the, it's Lord willing, I might get a good mood, and so far, hopefully, my feet will chill out and the rest of me will chill out. And then, but I'm happy I got that done now. So now I just screw it together. For the legs, I put this part on to make it like a 4x4. I showed you that on my earlier videos. I use construction adhesive. I really don't have to, but I do. And then I put the casters on, screw it together. Then underneath the table, I'll use shims to hold, because I don't have nobody to help me hold it. The shims will help hold it up. And then I'll have the legs already put on, so I'll flip it up, rest on the shims, take my clamps I got from Harbor Freights, pull it together, and then screw it. And then I already got the top already cut. I already had that cut, so it's a perfect length. I just had to add 2 inches. I already got that. It's all over there. It's all cut. So, and then I just gotta cut the wood tomorrow to raise that the second level. I have to do that, and then we'll go from there. And then I have some extra carpet, so I'm going to use that. It's in 2 pieces, but who cares? I'm going to use that for the 2-foot section. Then hopefully they have some leftover carpet the same size, but long, you know. And I could get it cut in half, hopefully. And if I can get 3 pieces to go on the piece I'm raising up. So, just to keep the sound down, because it really does work, you know. Excuse me. And I have to get this straightened out. Try to see if we can see it. Let's see. The circle. I don't know how that's going to go, but well, like I said, I wanted to do that because it's like kind of like this circle on here. So this morning I found this cool video. I think it's Slot Italia, something like that. It's from these guys from Italy. Man, I'm in love with their track. You know, if I didn't have the other stuff going on, I definitely build that. I have to put it on. I don't know how you say it during the description. You know, so if you guys want to surf, check it out. But I sent it to Rob Rodriguez, and I also sent it to Jim. You know, I heard back from Jim. Thanks, Jim, but Rob was probably busy. So I'm going to give him a call, see if he can talk a little bit. But Dennis and Blue Oval, they contacted me right away. And them guys are, everybody's cool, but those guys, they made me feel good tonight. And I want to show Dennis Osborne my terrain stuff. I have quite a bit of it, actually, you know, because I wanted to do this. This is all going to be trains down here. And then just a little spot for slot cars, you know. But I really fell in love with, I always did love slot cars. I love trains too, but The thing with slot cars is you can have fun with everybody. What trains, how you gonna do that, You know, I could let my grandkids take turns operating it. Hopefully I have 3 loops. So, but who knows when I'm gonna see them, they're far away. Just gotta pray I get to see them some more, someday. But then I get thinking, they're already growing up it's just the way life spins, because I wanted to be in their lives since they were born all the way until I'm gone. And that's not the case. Because everybody has to live their own lives. I flew out the nest, My son's still in the nest. He can always be here. My son helps me with everything. He actually does the floors, and I don't have to ask him to cut the lawn, and, I don't have to ask him. So, plus he's my only son, so I know he'll help his sisters out, But, anyways, I just thought I would make sun tonight because I feel good tonight, we got body aches, that don't go away. Once in a while I get like a break, but other than that, excuse me, I love these things. Everyone's juicy. They're sweet. The thing is, the man that built these houses, he put all crummy fill in there. I dug the holes. My grandson was a little. He helped me do it. Yeah, I brought him a little rake and a little shovel, and it's all full of ash, glass, sand, just crap. I put topsoil on top of it. I had it ground tilled, but I never could imagine it's like that. And the next door neighbors is even worse. The old people said, they're gone now, they said that people lived there, they buried a car there. So my brother's got a good, my baby brother, he does metal detecting, along with other stuff. He's the one that's really good with radio control airplanes. But I like to just run that metal detector on that ground just to see if it gets big hits. Just curious. But there's so much junk down here, guys. It's like good junk, but it's everywhere. I got all these old empty boxes. I'm not keeping none of that. I got my boxes to my trains. I don't have that many engines. I did save. I think I got them all. I have most of my rolling stock in boxes, but just boxes. It's just you get all when they get damp, they get a smell to them. I got a lot of nice military books from my father-in-law. They're all, I don't know, they're all kind of toasted. Still can look at the pages, but I wish I never brought them down here. Really nice. Some of them are that thick, I miss that man. I had 2 father-in-laws, one from my first marriage, one from my second marriage. And then my mother-in-law, 2 of them, but my first mother-in-law, Helen, she's the best. She was like the best. She loved her Polish heritage. The other one was mean-spirited. She had the prettiest eyes. She was her mother was Welsh, and her father was Canadian, French, and Indian. And he was a lumberjack from Canada. And then they moved to Vermont. I think my wife's grandmother, I think she was already in Bennington, I think. But her mother had the prettiest color, blue eyes you ever want to see, but her eyes were beady, they were mean. You know, my father-in-law was a peach. He had cool looking eyes, like grayish color, light gray, with a white ring around him. Yeah, my father-in-law was my wife's. Her eyes were hazel, like the ocean. Actually, both of my wives were, my ex-wife's. My son has my ex-wife's eyes. They're hazel like his mom's. Both the girls have brown eyes. Desiree's eyes are really dark. Like real dark. Real pretty. Excuse me for eating funny, guys. What? All I had was bread all day long. A big loaf like that. I started eating last night. There might be 4 slices left. That's bread and butter. Oh. Sourdough bread. Oh. I love it. But, so tomorrow, guys, it's going to get done. So you'll see it done. You'll see something instead of just me doing this. Even if I don't feel good, I'm going to get my butt down here and finish that. Because I have everything. I got the wood already cut. I just got it all screwed together. The legs, the lower part, I got to use construction adhesive. Screw it together, screw the casters in. Screw the 2 legs in. Get a pillow, because I have to get on the floor, I can't get on my knees. So I use a pillow and I keep a chair. Because my legs are so weak, I have to use my shoulders and my arms to push myself up. So, but, and then I think tonight I'm going to watch some more YouTube. I love YouTube, man. I just love it. Well, that's this guy too today. He built a straddle fortress. It was huge. Like, I'm just throwing numbers out here. I'd say it was like probably 20 feet long, maybe 25 feet. Then the wingspans. He had 4 engines on it, 2 on each side. Ducted electric fans. And the guy, excuse me, he was in the Air Force, he maintained those. But he scratch built it. I'll have to put that on the description thing too, so to share what I see, you know. That was amazing. But I think, Slot family, I'm going to head upstairs because I'm just going to keep rambling. I think I'm going to pour myself a nice big tall glass of, or a mug, I got a mug, full of seltzer water, the flavored stuff, with no sugar. And sit down in my chair, and then when I got to turn that off. When I sleep with a BiPAP machine to stop breathing. So when I get tired, I got to head on up because I'll feel like crap, you know. If I get too lazy, fall asleep without it, you know. But, all right, Slot family. I love yous all very much. Pray you be all good to one another. Be well, be safe. Enjoy the weekend. I think tomorrow, Massachusetts is going to be nice. It's going to be a little cooler. I think maybe 68 tomorrow, but I can live with that. That's good weather. You know, a little cooler than the mosquitoes that fly to cold. I can't stand them things. You know, I was thinking today, all this summer, I don't know where you guys live, but a long time ago, you would hear frogs and peepers and all that stuff. I think the pollution killed them. I don't see that stuff anymore. Even when my kids were, even when I go fishing, I don't see no frogs. You know, like a puddle you'd see. Like, especially when I was a real little, even a teenager. Tadpoles. You don't see that stuff no more. What made me think of it, I love eating frog legs. Oh. I used to, when I was a kid, I'll just tell this one story. When I was a kid, it's my friend Bobby, and we used to catch frogs, and his mother will cook frog legs. I go, ooh, frog legs. You guys eat that, blah, blah, blah. Then when I met my first wife, she, her first husband was Canadian, and I went to Canada. I went to see we both did Horseshoe Falls, and she got a seafood platter up there, and I had all kinds of fish on there and scallops and all that stuff, like lobster, everything, but I had frog legs on there, and I ate those. I was like, wow. I've been eating them ever since. That was like 1980, 82, I think, or 83. It was beautiful up there. I fell in love with the place. I have a cousin, she has dual citizenships because her husband was Canadian. But he passed away now. I wanted to have dual citizenships. At the time, I wanted to look for a cabinet making job. I was young, but she didn't want to do it, so we stayed here. Like I said, I wanted to live both. But I have a love for Canada. That started when I was a little kid, because the slaves would run up there to get away from evil people in our country here. So I always was in love with Canada. And I couldn't believe how nice the people were up there. I felt no racism. People didn't even know me. They're so friendly to me. But that's that. All right, I love you guys. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow, Lord willing. Peace out.